Absolutely.
So, Katrina, this is like your first feature film, and you play the lead role. So, was it easier or harder than you expected it to be?
It was more fun than I thought it would be. I didn't know what to expect. And honestly, like being in the music business for so long, you don't get treated as nicely. You guys are divas. But I thought it was so much fun. Yeah, it was a blast. And obviously, Chris is so sweet and just made me feel at home. And yeah, it was great.
That's right. And so
Don't expect it to be like that the next time you do a picture.
So, Dean, you worked with your dad on the screenplay, and you had a small role in the part as the director of the music video. So, what's it like working with your dad on a set?
Well, I've grown up with my father on sets, and I've always done any job he assigned to me, and he assigned me a lot of different jobs throughout the years. So I've literally done everything. But I've been riding behind him for about 20 years now. So whenever he does a project and he wants to do some revisions or polish drafts or big changes, he hires me for $0, and then I'll do the work for him. And he's really been trying to push my writing forever. I wrote episodes of Lois and Clark when I was on that show, so I've written for a long time. In fact, when I got Lois and Clark, I had a contract at Hollywood Pictures as a writer at the same time. But so I've always been doing that. So I work great with my father, and this story was all his story. He had this great story, and he said, "Here, what do you think of this?" And I said, "I think it sounds pretty great." He goes, "Okay, go write the opening, and here we go." And then we just do bit by bit, and then next thing you know, we had a finished screenplay, and out it goes. Working with him as an actor for me is much more difficult.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Really?
Well, Katrina, how much of this story sort of mirrors your own life?
Well, I definitely am, from a small town and had to get out of there and moved to Nashville and, did my best to become, a country singer. So, yeah, and I definitely learned that it's tough, much like Bobby had to learn that, it's like finding out how sausage is made.
You want to eat the sausage, but you don't want to see how it's made. Yeah.
That's right. Now, how did you get the role?
Oh, sorry, I almost said something inappropriate.
No. But that's not how she got the role.
I met Chris about 6 years ago. I was working with Tony Brown and Tim DuBois at Universal Records South, and Tony obviously knew Chris from working on the original Pure Country and had heard about this project, and so had me go out to Aspen and meet Chris, and yeah, I waited 6 years and finally got a phone call.
The longest audition in history.
Wow, that's great.
That was our fault for having trouble putting money together, that's all though.
Right. That's certainly nothing else. And let's see, how did you come up with the idea for the Rising Suns, the sushi?
The Rising Suns. Because everywhere in Nashville, everywhere you go, honestly, if you sit down, every person that you're dealing with is a songwriter, a musician, or whatever it happens to be. And we were at a sushi, there's a few nice sushi houses there, and we were at one of those places, and he came upon something, like, it was my dad's idea again. He thought that was just the funniest thing in the world, that this guy who was like a sushi chef who spoke perfect English with a southern accent was a great musician. And he goes, "I'm going to do an entire band like that. That's what I'll have when she goes in there." That sense of humor in the film, I think, is so important, because it's a lot of fun and you get a big laugh out of it, but it's really a nice little mirror of what's going on.
So how did an Aussie get cast in the role of Katrina's Bobby's love interest?
Okay, well, I'm pretty responsible for that one, and I'll tell you how that worked out. Travis Fimmel is he's well known for his if you look back at his history, for being an underwear model and a lot of other things, and Tarzan or whatever the other. So he's a very serious actor, and he really took to this role, and I was there. I was the one who made that decision, so you can love me or hate me on that one. But I think he as it plays, he's quirky enough that you believe that he was an autistic kid, and it's a very interesting performance, and I think he did a very good job, and you don't catch the Aussie accent at all.
No, you don't, actually. Well, great work on both of your parts, and best of luck on Pure Country too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The gift.